Alright, next computer. Oh yeah, and welcome to this totally optional episode, I presume at least, of Assassin's Creed Rogue. Even though it's optional, you maybe want to watch it anyway, cause there are some informations who connects all the games together, I presume, like it was in Black Flag. And this is the only reason I'm doing this episode in the first place, cause I'm interested how they will fit all this together to give me at some point a satisfying ending of Assassin's Creed 3. This is the only thing that keeps me going currently through all the series. And yeah, maybe I should even, you know what, I promote something. cdkeys.com. I could bought the Assassin's Creed Rogue game for $10 only at this date. So yeah, I think more than $10 this game isn't even worse, cause they recycled most of Assassin's Creed 3 and Black Flag and just put new skins and models over it and a little bit of extra story. And after I finished the last Animus session, if this is really the end of the game, then this is a really short money grabbing rip-off game, more or less. It still has an interesting story and an interesting side in it, but at full price, this thing is not even nearly as worth it as it would imply in the first place. So yeah, I just wanted to throw this out. And now, enjoy this totally optional episode.
Details of Harlan T. Cunningham's life were difficult to acquire, as many traces of his identity before becoming an assassin were altered or erased by Gavin Banks. It is only thanks to Agent DaCosta's remarkable skills that we are able to piece together this profile. Cunningham was outed as homosexual in high school, which unfortunately ruined a promising wrestling career. He left Texas as quickly as he could and fled to Europe. Cunningham was recruited by the Brotherhood in Florence, Italy, under the leadership of assassin veteran Adriano Maestranzi. Sigma team attacked the Florence hideout in 2012, but Maestranzi detonated a bomb. 3 assassins were killed before the explosion, but Sigma team was annihilated in the process. Cunningham and I were the only survivors. Cunningham was last sighted in Rotterdam, alongside Arend Schutt, a former mixed martial arts champion who also suffered a career backlash when he came out as homosexual. It is clear that Cunningham is mentoring Schutt in the ways of the Brotherhood. Although physically gifted and extremely dangerous, Schutt is a poor choice as an assassin. He is incapable of keeping a low profile and will compromise the Brotherhood despite himself. Recently, Cunningham stole a piece of Eden from an Abstergo facility in Rotterdam. During the operation, Schutt was charged to attack Abstergo employees throughout the city to draw attention away from his mentor. Although Sigma team managed to reclaim the item, both Cunningham and Schutt escaped. I will not allow Cunningham to get away from me a third time.
Who's Cunningham again? Okay, I think let's head to the next computer then. Oh, hello. Ooh. Yeah, this seems to be a harder one, maybe? There we go. Nope, it was easy. Thankfully. I only struggled with one so far, didn't I?
Field Report, Phoenix Project, November 1st, 2013. Agent DaCosta alerted me to a possible lead on the Koh-i-Noor diamond. A replica can be found among the crown jewels of England. However, the true diamond is a powerful piece of Eden and has been lost for centuries. Jot Sura is a programmer at Mysore Tech, a company working with Abstergo Entertainment to release a variant of the Animus headset to Asia, called the Brahmin device. He's been associating with Siobhan Dami, the sister of Jadseep Dami, a known assassin. Could the Brotherhood be using the Brahmin device to locate the Koh-i-Noor? Until we have more evidence, I have decided to use a local Abstergo strike force rather than mobilize Sigma Team. Update, November 3rd, 2013. Jot Sura was abducted outside of Dreamland Studios in Mumbai. He was seen being forced into a van by Siobhan and Jadseep Dami. This confirms my suspicions. The assassins must be using Jot Sura's genetic memories to locate the Koh-i-Noor. I have authorized the local Abstergo soldiers to engage and eliminate the assassins, with instructions that the Brahmin device must be kept intact. I am en route to India. Update, November 4th, 2013. I arrived in India too late. Our strike team engaged the assassins in 2 separate conflicts. The body of Siobhan Dami was found at the first site, but her remains were too badly damaged in an explosion to collect any genetic information. I found the Brahmin device at the second site, but after reviewing the genetic memories recorded within, I am relieved to find that Jot Sura's bloodline was a dead end. The real Koh-i-Noor diamond remains lost to both sides. Jadseep Dami escaped, which means we must monitor this new assassin activity in India closely. I am closing this file and proceeding to my next mission.
What are they referencing to? Oh, please don't tell me it's just another spin-off game. Please tell me this is not the case. Okay, I see you then in the next scene. And here we go. Well, this doesn't seem to be so bad or whatever I want to express with that. Okay. So far so good, but I have the feeling I will get in trouble at some point. Or maybe not. Shite. There we go.
Speak.
Why has Violet DaCosta been removed from Sigma Team?
I'm reassigning our assets as I see fit to align with the goals of the Phoenix Project.
The Phoenix Project? Sigma Team would be of more use hunting down the remaining assassins. Let Delta Team hunt precursor relics instead.
Those relics are the key to sequencing First Civilization DNA. Accomplishing that goal will in turn make the assassins even less of a threat than they are now.
Be that as it may, Agent DaCosta should not be wasted on something like Abstergo Entertainment.
Last year's fiasco with the Sample 17 project showed me that Abstergo Entertainment is more than just a disposable subsidiary. It's the best resource we have to finding new pieces of Eden.
It is a weak link that has been compromised by our enemies time and time again.
All the more reason to have DaCosta secure their access to the cloud servers. We're confident that Melanie LeMay won't fuck it up, like Olivier Garneau.
Bringing a civilian like that into our ranks is also unwise.
Time will tell with Miss LeMay, but she handled the John Standish situation with an even hand. She helped us discover the existence of sages, and in doing so, has done more for Phoenix than you have, Mr. Berg.
She also continues to ignore the presence of the instruments of the First Will within her operation.
Those whack jobs are actually useful to us for now. They're a cheap source of relics we can exploit. If they become too much of a problem, we'll deal with them with the same efficiency we deal with the assassins.
Giving the assassins time to regroup is a tactical mistake. We should strike them now while they are at their most vulnerable.
We value your passion and expertise, Mr. Berg, and your concerns have been noted. Now pack your bags. You've got a busy year ahead of you.
Oh, great! So they fuck up themselves by not doing what someone says and just want to do it their way. Wow. They really should have listened to him if they wanted to succeed. Now we are freely to move and get all the things we need to screw you over. Alright, I see you then in the next scene. Alrighty. Getting on with this. Great. What? This is pretty straightforward, isn't it? What was that? This wasn't hard at all. Come on, I had a harder one in a different security level.
The kill box is live. Sorkin's picking off the stragglers as they escape.
Good. Proceed to stage 2.
All points, the word is given. Stage 2 is a go. I repeat, stage 2 is a go.
Get those doors down. 3, 2. Adriano Maestranzi, I have come for you.
What's he holding?
Vittoria agli assassini.
Bomb! Berg! Sigma team? Anyone, do you copy?
Oh, this was the one we heard before, where everyone got annihilated, and he was the only survivor. Is there another tablet here by any chance? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Oh, this looks kinda complicated. Honestly, I'm just trying around if something could work. I'm not actually planning my strategy while I'm looking at this. I'm just hoping to stumble upon the correct solution by accident. Maybe this can take a while. I don't like it. God damn it. This is a hard one again. Wow. I'm surprised. Well, actually not. There ought to be a complicated one at some point. Okay, which one is left? Ah, god damn it. You kidding me? Ah, come on! Yes! Genius! Genius! Yay!
This is a priority message to all Sigma team operatives. Assassins have stolen an artifact from a Rotterdam storage facility. Rally point is at 51.887107 by 4.559017. Be there at 0600 local time. Stragglers will be put to death, so move it. Listen up, losers. There are 2 confirmed assassins operating in the city. Target number 1 is Harlan Cunningham, the only survivor of a cell in Florence that our fearless leader eradicated a couple of years back. He stole the precursor box and is on the run. Target number 2 has been identified as Aaron Shute, former MMA champion, and now Cunningham's disciple and lover. How romantic. He's running interference, murdering our Templar agents embedded in Abstergo facilities throughout the city.
Sorkin, take Sigma team and go after Shoot. I will take down Cunningham myself and recover the artifact.
I don't like the idea of you going alone, boss.
I want to deal with him personally. Sigma team, maintain contact with Violet at all times. You have your orders.
Sorkin, you dipshit! Don't engage him hand to hand. Pull your men back.
Come get some! He's got my gun!
Sniper 1, do you have a shot?
Negative. He's using Sorkin as a shield. He's tearing us apart! Take the shot! Ah! I hit Sorkin. He dropped a smoke bomb. I've lost visual. He's gone.
That's our cue. Pick up your sorry asses and get to the extraction point. Double time.
Just fucking kill me already.
I had a dream about you.
Ah, that's sweet. But I'm with someone.
In my dream, you never made it out of Florence alive.
What can I say? I'm too stubborn to die.
Hello, lover.
Hercule!
We can't leave the box behind.
Fuck that! I killed half the Sigma team. Let's quit while we're ahead.
See you in your dreams, Berg.
What a shit show.
Compile the relevant parts of our audio logs and send them to Letitia, England. Tell her this is exactly why she should be letting us hunt assassins.
Huh, this is pretty interesting how the pieces fit together. Alright, now I have to pull up a walkthrough to find all the tablets, cause man, this will be the most complicating thing, more or less. So yeah, I see you then. Look at that, this looks really nice. I mean, okay, I didn't even knew it was snowing and cold outside. Is this the time of year where the game was released? In winter? Huh. Could be very much it. I don't know, I haven't checked it. But, yeah. Well, basically they just covered it in white snow. This was basically there all along, but it still looks nice and I wanted to show it. Oh, wait then. Oh, look at the skyline. Whoa. Okay. Alright. I found now all the tablets and I am gonna read them now. And the messages I received as well. So let's see. What are the new messages? Hackers. Abstergo's revolutionary Helix servers are an attractive target to many types of criminals and malcontents. It is important that you do your part to keep our cloud secure and report any anomalous behavior with your Animus workstation or any other Abstergo equipment in the building. Psychiatric care. At times, the deadlines of virtual feature development can feel overwhelming. Abstergo Entertainment has a variety of resources for you. Refresh yourself with complimentary Hernie Plus energy drinks. Revitalize your body with personalized routines programmed into a body band exercise bracelet, or in-house psychiatrist can prescribe you midazolam and a stunning array of Abstergo pharmaceuticals to ease your mental anguish and delay the onset of the bleeding effect. It's good to know. Wait, why is there an exclamation mark? Because of the new document? Okay, so tablet document 1. Robert Fraser, CC, date, subject Arno Dorian. Hi Robert, you come highly recommended and I'm thrilled to have you in our studio. I'm putting you to work on a special project for me. Your subject is Arno Dorian. His story takes place during the French Revolution. I want you to explore every avenue of his life that you can. The goal is to have a new blockbuster to present to the Abstergo boss next year. As such, this is super classified. Your direct supervisor will be Aiden's son Claire, CC'd. You can only discuss the project with Aiden or myself. As you'll probably be logging some overtime in your animals, I've added a mandatory weekly meeting with our psychiatrist, Dr. Bibu, CC, whatever that means, to make sure you're not suffering from any bleeding effect. Welcome to Abstergo Entertainment. Don't let me down! The Tragedy of Jacques de Molay. Oh, hey! I just read the final text for the first episode. Last of the heroic Knights Templars, Jacques de Molay was a man of principle, a towering intellect betrayed by the man he trusted most, the corrupt King of France. Yeah, that's the opening of Assassin's Creed Unity. This is one of the first lines. Love it. And I think our users are going to love it too. This is going to be the crown jewel of our Helix launch in the fall. Great job, everyone. MO Histories Hitman Altair. Hi, MO. I understand your concerns given that we already passed on several of these historical figures in previous market analysis. Having said that, I think we can use a lot of this data. It actually is we can a lot of this data to present these people not as fictional action heroes, but as the focus of historical documentaries. After a few iterations, we've come up with this as our best angle. Amid the chaos of the Crusades, one man's moral transgressions tower above all others. Experience firsthand what it means to be a remorseless killing machine in an age of philosophical turmoil. These could be in a series something like History's Hitman? Haha, that's turbo lame, but you get the idea. Or they could be standalone. Maybe this one can be Murder in the Levant or something like that. We're going to commission a few features using these controversial figures for Helix's launch. Let's see how they do, and then we'll discuss continuing the series or trying something else. Thanks for your honest feedback, it's always appreciated. Ezio Auditore. Hi MO. Whatever that means, I agree that Ezio's shady character makes him unsuitable for a leading role, so maybe we can take him out altogether and create a virtual tourism feature? Something like travel to the Italian Renaissance for a taste of fine wine. Free thought and filthy hearts as Abstergo Entertainment shows you the true meaning of enlightenment. Attend wild parties, witness spectacles unseen for 500 years, and rub elbows with the most famous nerd the world has ever known, Leonardo da Vinci. Oh. I'm also considering a series focusing on some notable serial killers of history. Ezio certainly qualifies. Anyways, have a think and let me know what you come up with. So many lies in this, I could puke all over it. Kana. Okay. Hi MO. I still don't know what that means. I think member of us. Whatever. I think we should focus on George Washington rather than Kana. Washington and the Wolf has a nice ring to it. Take part in the unlikely friendship between America's most revered hero, General George Washington, and a sullen Mohawk native named Kana. A stirring tale of violence, revenge and betrayal set during the earliest years of the American Revolution. George Washington we can franchise. I don't know that we'd get more than one feature out of Kana. Plus, don't even get me started on his wife or the way he died. What a mess. Huh? Connor had a wife? No. At least not. Oh, is this a hint on a fucking DLC? Oh, come on, Ubisoft, you can do so much better than that. ML. Geoffroy Brunet, Melanie LeMay, Hatham Kenway. Just to keep you in the loop, I heard back from editorial this morning. The story itself is untouched, but this is going to be the menu text for the Hatham Kenway feature. Devoted patriot, celebrated scholar, loving father. Exclusive to Helix, witness the wise and martyrdom of one of the American Revolution's least known heroes, a Helix exclusive. I think it fits perfectly with the title you've chosen. the lone eagle. Hatham is going to appeal to a wide audience, and his story is going to definitely give people a bad case of the feels, as those internet kids like to say. Oh my god, I'm old, aren't I? ML. Christopher Darby, Melanie LeMay, Edward Kenway again? Heatham. Oh, Heatham Kenway. Oh, sorry. Edward Kenway. We have devils of the Caribbean taken from his genetic memories. Oh, wait. Now I know. His wife, the mother of Connor. Oh, yes. And the feels about that he is killed by his own son for good reason, at least. We have devils of the Caribbean taken from his genetic memories, but I think we can do more. Is there a way we can spin a cautionary tale around his actual life? Alternatively, do we know anything about his life once he returned to England? I know his family had a big mansion in London somewhere. Is it still standing? I don't want to give the impression that the studio is just reusing the same genetic memories over and over. So while I want to recycle assets to save money, the experience has to be totally fresh. ML. Eveline de Grand Prix. Oh, this is a fucking spin-off game. I'd like to explore the possibility of a follow-up to Liberation. We found some footage of Eveline's activities in New England, and it seems clear that she was still very active later in life. Ideally, I'd like a sequel to Liberation or some kind of follow-up, but I understand that's going to take some resources that we don't have right now. A quick fix option is to reuse existing assets and take a more family-friendly angle on her story. From a scrappy servant to a woman of dignity and poise, experience the heartwarming 18th century tale of a young Creole woman as she struggles to find her long-lost mother and heal the wounds of separation forever. Additionally, the liberation of Lady Evelyn might open up some revenue from women, which is a demographic I think we have been ignoring for too long now. And you ignore your fellow customers who are with you since the first Assassin's Creed and are not listening to them how bad your games were gone over the years. You may improve in gameplay, but you let us down in the story. And if you start games on new engines, you seem to have very, very, very bad game testers to make sure that the game works as it should be. A few examples is Assassin's Creed 3. It had good startings, it felt flawless in the beginning, but it showed his weaknesses as further as you started to progress and all the sloppiness that got into it. And Assassin's Creed Unity, a performance disaster which I never witnessed in any game before like that one. But yeah, I don't know who tested the game and gave the okay, but yeah, that's of course. And now you don't even update it anymore. Come on, Ubisoft, please do it! Just do it! Don't be the laughable thing you're supposed to be. Okay, with Robert de Sable. I'm starting to have second thoughts about doing a feature on Robert de Sable. While he was a great leader, I just don't know that there's anything about a knight that fought and died during the Crusades that makes him stand out. I'm wondering if we can leave him aside for now and focus on Madeleine de Lisle? A successful businesswoman in pre-colonial Louisiana is more of a feel-good success story. To Jean, triumph of the Borgias, that's a lie. I think focusing on his dysfunctional family life is the wrong track to take. I've modified your initial pitch and I would suggest going for something like this. Rodrigo Borgia quest to reform the irrational excesses and corruption of the Catholic Third Church. I'm sorry. From its highest office, the papacy. Experience firsthand his rise, his reforms, and his unlikely death. The Grow program itself is top-notch though. Great work. Give my best to your team. ML. Jean-François Binet, Cesare Borgia. Hi! After looking over the footage that you presented, I've decided that rather than dedicate an entire feature to the loathsome Caesar Borgia, we'll use it to add some spice and conflict to the existing Rodrigo Borgia piece. Cesare is just too much of an asshole to have his own show. At least that you got right. Luraeno Torres. I don't know how to say this politely, so please don't think this is anything personal or a reflection of you or your work. You're a star, but think doing an entire virtual feature about Luraeno Torres is the single most bowing pitch that's ever come across my desk. Sorry, ML. Philip Catherine, Melanie, Giovanni Borgia. So, if I'm reading your report properly, you're saying Giovanni Borgia was born deformed, miraculously survived, but frequently hallucinated about past lives, and associated with some of the biggest occultists of the Renaissance? That's amazing! Our last supernatural movie, They Walk Among Us, was met with really mediocre reviews. If we can use these genetic memories to start a new occult thriller franchise, we might be able to win back some of those disgruntled fans. Try to get back your attention to the disgruntled fans of the Assassin's Creed franchise. That would be a better thing to do, don't you think? Ajay Rana, Melanie LeMay, 24th August 2014. Hello Ajay, it's looking like we'll be able to use Animus Tech to create a digital version of Monima Das to finish production of Divisia AI. My condolences again to your resilient cast and crew. If nothing else, we'll be able to give Monima the glamorous send-off she deserves. When it's done, I'd like to talk about using my sword tech to remaster other additional forms of entertainment, concerts of sporting events for example, into fully immersive Animus experiences. Best, ML. Karma Neron, Melanie LeMay, Xiao Jun. We first got a glimpse of Xiao Jun while in the Ezio Auditore section of sample 17. With so much demand for strong female characters right now, do you think we can focus some R&D into finding her genetic material? There's some evidence connecting her to the Jia Jing Emperor, who by all historical accounts was a cruel jackass. Great villain potential, if memory serves. I think there was also a Mongol invasion around that time. There's a lot of potential for a great new action franchise. Fiora Cavazza. Hey Felipe, you're getting great data from Fiora Cavazza. This must be a lot of spin-off references. But I just want to chime in now and say that I don't want to focus too much on her early life as a courtesan in the Rose in Fiore. Rather, I want to focus on the intrigue and tension when she betrays her gang. I cannot stress enough how much I do not want Fiora to be perceived as a over-sexualized object, but rather as a cunning spy who has to make difficult choices to overcome life-threatening obstacles. I'm going to be on your ass about this, so always err on the side of a good taste. I believe in you, ML. Nikolai Orelov. I like this take a lot. A psychotic Russian terrorist meddles in the affairs of an once proud monarchy. Now for the first time in history, learn the truth about Russia's swift and brutal descent into anarchy and chaos at the genesis of the 20th century. I'm not sure about White Death as a name though. Radical Reds? The Fall? Haha, I suck at naming, but I think we need to sit down and hammer out a final title. Coffee soon? Coffee soon? Kilos of Zarax. This tells me nothing so far. I thought the fad would die out, but big budget historical epics are still a thing. I think it's time Abstergo Entertainment showed everyone how it's really done. If Abstergo Entertainment is a reference to Ubisoft, please don't reference to yourself as showing someone how it's done. I think if you would have taken a lot of the Prince of Persia franchise and put it into the Assassin's Creed franchise, you would have done such a great job. And the first Assassin's Creed game would be way, way more fun than it was at the time it was released. I mean, you took away so much of the fighting and the moving and traversing system from Prince of Persia 1 to 3 that you can't really claim that the first Assassin's Creed game was next gen, when his predecessor, the Prince of Persia franchise, was way much ahead in terms of gameplay than the first Assassin's Creed game. The first Assassin's Creed game had an intriguing and interesting story, but the gameplay was mediocre at best. How it's really done. Oh, sorry. A quick glance through some DDS files brought up the name Kiros of Zarax. He was a renowned athlete, but also studied with Pythagoras. That's a well-educated slice of beefcake right there. Jennifer Tam, Melanie LeMay, Animus Combat Sports. Hey you, remember when you said you wanted to see MMA events through an Animus? IRC, what you actually said was, I want a cage-side seat to base in the men's sweat. What? Well, I took that idea to heart and we are working with our partners at Mysore Tech in India to remaster some traditional entertainment as virtual features. We are going to have concerts and historical tourism, but I made sure we got some combat sports just for you, my dear. We're going to have a series called The Best of Tornado de Combate, Brazil's biggest promotion. Their CEO was a bit of a dick, but the Abstergoname carries a lot of weight, so that's definitely helped us out. Volume 1 is going to include fighters like Guilherme Venancio, Arlen Schut, and Luis Otavio Dures. Means nothing to me, but I hope you are excited. ML. Conspiracies. Hi Evan, I want to diversify our programming a bit and attract a bit of the fringe element in terms of customer base. With that in mind, I thought a new series focused on crazy conspiracy shit might be right up your alley. A few subjects to focus on. Hermeticists, the lost civilization of Lemuria, miracles in the Bible, planetary consciousness, the singularity. I'd like to see if we can get some big-time celebrities to narrate these things. Now at first glance, they'll probably balk at the subject matter, but I bet if we feed them the script in chunks that are out of order, we can easily manipulate them into thinking that they are participating in a proper science documentary. Go nuts, ML. And this is a picture we got to probably get the final gun that is mentioned in one of the game files. So, yeah, and I'm gonna leave this optional episode here. I hope you enjoyed this excerpt? I don't know. No, it's not an excerpt. I hope you enjoyed me reading all those tablet documents in order. And if you did, please leave a like and comment about it. And I will hopefully see you in the next episode. That probably will be the last. And this makes the game very, very, very short. I mean, I needed 2 days. 2 full days, mind you. 8 to 9 hours to grind through everything in the game. And get all the collectibles, more or less, that have some use to me, and now the game is over after a few sit-ins. I feel misled. I mean, there is not much story in this game if the next episode will only go for 1 more hour. So, come on Ubisoft, you whipped off a lot of customers back then when the game was released. And I hope you are not proud of it. But don't mind that. I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Stay tuned.